I just wanted to say, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you're not over the age of 18, please get the fuck out. Thank you.
I made this for you.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Florida Swamp Monkey video. Sorry, I've been meaning to catch up with you. But yeah, we ran the Dunkin' out. There was like 4 or 5 other drivers all sitting there. Everybody with their phone out. And like the video, please subscribe, man. It helps me out a lot. I'm trying to get to the first 1,000 subscribers, which I wanted to cancel that one too, because it was like, guys, I've got to clock in today at 2, so I don't really have too much time to run orders.
Okay, this is it. Ryan is doing my intro right now. Dunder Mifflin can't compete with the modern chains, and management is unwilling or unable to adapt.
Guys, it's not worth it, really. Guys, this is not worth our time.
Are you watching this? Seriously?
Well, are you?
I'm sitting right here.
Why?
20 minutes a day, Jim. That's all it takes. 20 minutes a day, all feet, no hands, and I'll have the pedidexterity of a chimp, and you'll be sitting there like an idiot. Okay, here we go. Ah, yes.
Do you mind?
Jim, do you know where I can find Michael Scott?
Oh, I totally don't know where Michael is, dude. Hey, you want to listen to some records?
No one's listening to me.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Florida Swamp Monkey video. We're here today, it's the end of the day, Sunday. Picked up a couple orders after I got out of work tonight. Was able to get out of work about 8:30. And as soon as I logged on, I got a $9 for this Japanese hibachi place. So I grabbed that, ran that out to where it was going, and I started driving back, get about 5 miles away from that order, and then I got another. It was a $30 for Subway, which kind of threw me off a little bit. So I went ahead, I called the Subway to double check everything, make sure everything was legit, because I've had that happen before, where it'd be like a crazy number, you know, and I didn't want to drive out there. It was Sunday night and have the restaurant already be closed. You know, they closed early because it's Sunday night, that kind of thing. So I called, made sure that they were open and everything. The girl answers the phone, and she's like, yeah, it's here, it's ready for you. And I'm like, all right, good. I'm like 2 minutes away. I get there, and she's telling me, she's like, yeah, they paid like $56 for these sandwiches. She's like, the one sandwich has literally 40 slices of salami on it. And I was like, wow, you know, like they must know what they want, you know. And yeah, so I ran that, got that where it was going. It ended up being a $27 tip, plus Uber threw me a couple dollars on that one too. So that wasn't bad. We ended up, I think we finished the day with like $80 on today, because I ran a couple orders before work and everything as well. But we're currently sitting outside the gym, getting ready to gear it up, go inside and get cleaned up for the day, and then find a place to crash for the night. That's gonna be the hard part, because I haven't really thought of where exactly I'm gonna go yet, but we'll figure that out after I get washed up. I already got myself something to drink, so we're good there. I already been hanging out for a minute after work, so, you know, kind of had like my, you know, 6 o'clock time, 6 p.m. time, you know what I mean? But yeah, it just amazed me having that $30 order after having the $40 order that was yesterday. You know what I mean? Granted, my acceptance rate has still been hit. I'm down at like 41% acceptance rate. I'm kind of so low now. I'm wanting to just let it fall some more, because then I'll be back in gold, and then I can work from gold back into platinum. And then platinum is that sweet spot, really, because platinum, obviously you're in between gold and diamond. And platinum's like a smaller pool of drivers, so that's where, you know, if I can work things just right, I'll get back into platinum, and then you know, at least enjoy that for a couple weeks until I make too many points from running too many deliveries, and end up back in diamond again. But yeah, I mean, since they blew up my acceptance rate anyway, might as well just let it drop at this point. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna run in here, get a shower, get cleaned up for the night, and I'll probably hit y'all up when I find a camping spot.
I need you in my life, Jesus. I can't live without you, Jesus.
That's right.
So yeah, I just realized I made a mistake. I didn't want to be lying to y'all, but I actually didn't make 80. I busted over 90. Ended up with $92.46 on the day. And that on top of the fact that I went to work from 2:30 to 8:30 tonight, like at the actual job, and it still almost ended up busting $100 off of 7 runs. So yeah, it was a pretty good day. Plus, whatever I made, like working in the retail position for a little while today. But I won't see that for another couple weeks anyway. So it's just money for the credit cards. You know what I mean?
I don't, and you know it.
I applied for this yesterday to prove a point. It is an American Express Platinum card. It has no spending limit.
Should be a price on this stuff.
Guys, great news. My uncle just died, so we can use his HBO Max password until I cancel his credit card.
HBO, is that the one with the marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
Now, you watch Marvelous Mrs. Maisel where you also go to buy sweatpants and cat food.
But wow, it just kind of surprised me. Because that $27 tip, to be honest with you, that's like a quarter of a day function, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, we're gonna go in here, run inside, get a shower real quick, and I'll hit you guys up from wherever I decide to camp for the night. It's probably gonna be over there around the corner at the the white fence. The guy that lives on the other side of the white fence. I'm probably just gonna park there in that cul-de-sac. But just because it's close, I do gotta go back to work tomorrow. Like I said in the last video, he's got me there 6 days this week, but I'm only gonna end up with 30 actual hours to be there for 6 days. So, we're back to working the way it was, But yeah, it's just kind of sucks because like I've gotten so used to just getting the 12 hours from them, and then using the Uber to pick up the odds and ends from off of that. You know what I mean? And I got to the point where I kind of like enjoy doing the Uber. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be beating up my car, but, I'd rather be, diving and dashing and ducking and, dodging to try to make a buck than up that stupid place and dealing with everybody coming in and asking me questions about their car. And, like, I don't know, dude. I was like... I just try to avoid them, try to avoid using your car then, since it doesn't work. Side, so I gotta be quiet so he doesn't know I'm here. I'm posted up, just hanging out, relaxing after getting a shower. We came back over here, so hopefully I can get a little nap before sunrise. Like I said, I hope the guy doesn't freak out. See that I'm here. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's been a pretty good day, man. I'm gonna hit y'all guys up tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and crawl into the back seat and get comfortable. I also want to take a quick second and then ask if anybody's watching and you want to go ahead and subscribe, help me out, man, because I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. And then after that, like I said, you'll never hear me ask or say nothing about subscribing again. You know what I mean? I might say, smash that like button, because that's like the motto. It's like YouTube's motto. Like Nike is just do it. YouTube is smash that like button. But, other than that, like I said,
video, please subscribe. I'm still trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Please help me out. Thank you very much. And to everybody that has subscribed so far, thank you. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. It's gone a long way. I didn't imagine it even taking off as fast as it has. I mean, granted, it could be going faster, but, you know, you gotta take what you get. And then honestly, I do appreciate every single one of y'all that have subscribed so far. You've been making my year at this point.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Well, slept pretty good last night. Woke up this morning. A couple of, you know, redneck Billy Bob types. They had this big Tex trailer, this big old dually truck pulls in on the cul-de-sac, and they had to unload. They had like a backhoe or something, skid steer or something like that. They had to unload off this trailer. Yeah, I mean, it was nice. They didn't even get there and start working until about 9:30. So, you know, I got to sleep for a little bit. But pretty much when I, you know, heard them making noise, I was like, yep, it's time to get out of here. Because I, you know, like I said, I don't want the cops called on me. You know, just try to avoid that as much as possible. But I'm out here. I haven't logged on to Uber yet. Still kind of reeling from how good a day I had yesterday. I got to work today at 5 p.m. to, you know, I do want to log on for a little bit at some point, but just wanted to, you know, I guess send y'all a shout out, you know, let y'all know made it through the night, you know, say good morning, that kind of thing. Yeah, I figured it'd be better just go ahead and stop somewhere, you know, do this little 2-minute recording for y'all, you know what I mean, and then we log on. But I don't know. It's been a pretty good morning, like I said. That's about it for now, man. I think I'll check back around with y'all in a minute. Oh yeah, and last I checked, I've made it up to 124 subscribers now. So I must have got like 6 subscribers like overnight, pretty much, which is good. It's cool. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed yet, like, please subscribe, man. I'm only trying to get to 1,000, and then after that, like, I promise you will never hear me ask for people to subscribe again. Like I said, I might say, you know, smash that like button, because that's, you know, it's a YouTube thing, but I won't ask people to subscribe once I hit 1,000. I know those y'all that are, you know, the 2 or 3 people that are probably watching every video. It must be annoying having me stop, and, you know, but you know, I'm really just trying to help the channel grow. It's a new channel, but you know, if you look, I've had the channel for a couple of years because I mainly just used it to watch. So, you know, I mean, I really only started playing with it as of like December of this last year. So the algorithm kind of doesn't like me because of that, because to them I took 4 years off, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to like fight back through that now. And like I said, you know, small, simple, free subscribe. It'll help me out a lot and help get my name out there further, you know, because they try to like put videos in front of you that you would actually want to watch too. Like they attempt to try to find an audience for you, and the more people that subscribe, the further that, you know, further those go, you know what I mean? Anyway, thank you guys. 125, like, wow. I thank y'all so much, man. Alright, so right after I finished that last recording, I went ahead and logged on to the Uber app. I was logged on for all of about 10 seconds, and it already sent me, it looked like a pretty good order. I didn't even look at the mileage on it. It was just an $8 for Burger King, and it's go up to Burger King, come right back to where I'm parked currently, pretty much. So I'm gonna go ahead and bust that out. Yeah, like I said, worked 6 days this week at the actual job, so yeah, it's gonna be tight trying to find time to Uber in between that. But you know, I might miss a video this week at some point. There might be, you know, one day I might not have an episode. Just, you know, just a heads up for that, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and turn the car back on and head on down to Burger King, get this order banged out, and make that quick easy $8. Alright, so we got the Burger King picked up. There it is. The only bad part was, on the way here, almost hit this dude on a bicycle, because I wasn't at a stop sign. and dude on the bicycle decided to blow through 2 stop signs. So, you know, like I yelled to him, like, yo, hey, buddy, you know, you just blew through a stop sign back there. He doesn't care, you know, and I'm like, you know, he gets over on the sidewalk, you know, from the road onto the sidewalk. And I'm like, yeah, if you're not going to obey the rules of the road, you need to get on the fucking sidewalk. And he's like, I'm like, I am on a sidewalk. And I'm like, yeah, after I fucking said something about you running through that fucking stop sign. All right, so we got that Burger King busted out. It was at an apartment, but it was on the first floor. Wasn't a big deal. Right there at the parking, you know, parked in the parking spot. And I was like 10 feet from the door. But yeah, Burger King is busted out. And now we're gonna find a place to park for a minute and wait for the next one. The trip radar is going crazy right now. So I don't think it's gonna take too long for me to get another order, but yeah, we're gonna pause, take a minute, and save some gas, not just be zigzagging back and forth up the street with all them traffic lights. And it's starting to get to be lunch hour now, so once, you know, it's Monday, so, you know, pretty much from 11 to 2 p.m. there's gonna be extra traffic, everybody's zigzagging around each other, you know, for their 30-minute lunch, or, you know, but yeah, I'll hit y'all back up as soon as the next chime comes through, pretty much. Well, a little after that, actually. You know what I mean. Alright, so we just caught another one. It's $10 for Taco Bell. The mileage on it, it's a little bit crazy, but I had to accept it because I needed not only to get my acceptance rate up, but there was like this old guy that was staring me down where I was at. I was just parked in the shade. Right, I was in this little strip mall, and then I noticed there was parking behind the strip mall, and in the parking behind the strip mall there was shade because the way that the sun is angled right now. So all I did was park in the shade. I'm sitting there, I'm just editing the video, and you know, sitting there about 20 minutes or so. Wasn't, you know, like I wasn't like there for 3 hours or nothing. And yeah, this old guy's staring at me. He's opened up the back door of his business and he's just staring at me, and you know, he sees me hit my bowl. So, you know, I'm like, I go and I pull out my card and I show him my card, you know, from, he's like really far away, but whatever. All right, so we just made it to Taco Bell. I'm gonna go ahead and head inside now. Hopefully the order is ready. All right, so we got that delivery busted out. It was out here, one of these farms, but yeah, an easy $10. It was kind of a little bit of a journey to get here, but it was all right. Nothing but a smoke break, you know what I mean? But yeah, we busted out that, so we had, I think it was like $8 on the first one. Where was that from, though? I forgot where that was. Honestly, I can't remember. Oh, Burger King, yeah, $8 Burger King to start, and then this one was another 10, so we're at 18 now. Not bad. It's a Monday, you know what I mean? So Monday, you just take what you get, you know. It can be extremely hit or miss, you know what I mean? And you don't really expect to get rich by running Uber on a Monday, you know what I mean? But, you know, hey, just make a little bit of lunch money, you know what I mean? That's all. And I get a tank of gas and some lunch money out of a day, you know, where I would have had $0 anyway, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna go head back on into town. Long ride, but I'll hit y'all up when I get back over to that side. All right, so we made it back to the city. I got one light up the street past this Chili's here, and I got an order. It was a double for a Wawa and a Chili's. But I threw the Wawa away because there was a Wawa that popped up on Trip Radar right before that. It was literally just $2. So like I said, I threw that one part away, hoping that the Chili's part would be the part that was making, you know, making a $9 on that. So hopefully, you know, I'm gonna run in here, it should be ready, and yeah, we'll get on down the road. Alright, that was an easy grab. It was ready. And so we're gonna put the car into reverse back out of this parking spot. And we'll figure out how far this one is. Alright, we're back here. 10-minute stop sign road. But it should only take about 60 seconds because everybody's kind of flowing a little bit, and it's way shorter than it normally is. But yeah, 10-minute stop sign road, here we are. Alright, so we made out pretty good. We got the Chili's busted out. Like I said, it was supposed to be a double for a Wawa and a Chili's, but I threw the Wawa one away. It took a hit on my cancellation rate, but you know, I actually did pretty good because the Chili's, it was an 8-mile run, but they tipped $10. So it was the Wawa, you know, it was right. It was the Wawa that didn't tip, so we're good. Didn't have to do any unnecessary, you know, zigzagging up and down the road trying to get to Wawa and all that for somebody that didn't even tip. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're back here, just chilling outside the Circle K. Just went and got myself some more drink. And we're pretty much going to take like a little 15-20 minute break and relax for a minute. I think I might even run inside, use the bathroom real quick. But yeah, just want to chill for a moment before I log back in. It's currently 12:10 p.m. so we're still early as far as work at 5 o'clock. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going to hang out for a couple minutes, like take a breather, step out of the car, you know, not be worried about getting there, getting here, you know, all that thing. But yeah. Alright, so I didn't actually take a break, I logged back in. It's a good thing I did though, because we just hit another $14 for Papa John's. So I'm gonna run over there, Papa John's, grab that, and then even better part, it's going up that street that you know, it's just a straight shot up and down. It's going up that street that I like driving up and down, so yeah. Hopefully get this banged out, make a quick, easy 13-14, and add that on to the day's total. I'm not sure where I'm at right now. I think this is delivery number 4 though, something like that, but yeah. I'll hit you back up after I get into the car. Alright, so we got the Papa John's, it's in the back. We're gonna head on out there now. Like I said, it's up my favorite street, one of my favorite roads, so it's gonna be nothing. I didn't even look at the mileage, I'm not worried about it. I'm just worried about getting the 14 bucks once we get there. You know what I mean?
I don't, and you know it.
Alright, so we got that one banged out. I forget what it was Papa John's. Papa John's. It was a long ride up here. I forgot what I even had with me. But yeah, we got the Papa John's busted out. It was down this road, up the street a little bit. Pulled over, you know, gonna stop maybe. Like I said, I didn't get to stretch my legs before that run, you know, because I logged in stupidly. But I'm not sure what I'm even totaled out for the day. I think I hit 40 bucks already. And it's 12:41. I started at 10 o'clock. So not really bad there. Like I said, I'm gonna take a minute, enjoy a little bit of a walk up and down the street, try to get away from that noisy road down there. But yeah, pretty good day so far. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, like I said, I'll take a little bit of a walk here, a little bit of break, enjoy myself for a minute. But I'm probably gonna go ahead and close out the video now, give you all a decent little outro, you know what I mean? Just because I don't want the video to get too long. You know, the longer the video is, the longer it'll take to upload, you know, that kind of thing. The more data it uses to try to transfer it, you know. But, you know, I did want to close out, say thank y'all to everybody who's watching, everybody who's made it this far. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Like I said, we're gonna take a walk up this street a little bit, and I'll check y'all in the next video. Hopefully there's another one tomorrow. I'm not sure what the daily total is yet, you know, otherwise I'd put it up on the screen over there, but yeah, I'm not sure what the daily total is. I've just been kind of cruising. Like I said, I made probably at least 40 bucks, so not a bad day. And we got to clock in tonight at 5 p.m., so pretty much about 4 o'clock I have to start pre-gaming for that. Not sure exactly what all's gonna happen tonight. Not even supposed to be there, technically. You know, my schedule change availability request was supposed to start March 1st after, you know, about 6 weeks of waiting. But here it is the 2nd, and I'm supposed to show up today at 5 o'clock, so I don't know. Half of me, I just want to, like, just not even show up, just completely ignore it. Just show up on Friday, you know, because it's already been approved with the district manager and everything, but whatever. I would hate for it to come back at me, you know, have somebody pissed off at me, this, that, the other, you know, because I don't know. Try to go to work and at least try to pull about half my weight when I go to work, you know what I mean? I'm kind of a larger guy. It's a lot of weight to pull, but yeah. Well, those of y'all hanging out with me, appreciate you watching the video. And like I said, I'll check y'all in the next one tomorrow. Peace out for now. Y'all have a good one.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
You're gonna get us a copy of that.
Stupid.
Then
Or
this
shares.
is so stupid.
And, God, that's my phone.
I didn't hear a phone
To be
ring.
continued.
The end. Good night, Stewie.
Don't read me books that you write.